Okay, so SWOT analysis. A common A-level, common IB question. What you'll have to do is you have to take the model, you're understanding the model, and you have to actually take information from a case study, from a business scenario, and identify what the strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, threats are of a business, and that will count as your application. You have to physically say what is their strength, for example, okay? So, an analytical tool that identifies a business's strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats. Essentially, these are positive. Strengths and opportunities are both positive. And then here, both of these are negatives. We've got helpful, harmful, but you can put positive, negative, it doesn't matter. Weaknesses and threats, these are negatives. Here we've got internal and external. This is really important because this is positive, internal, they're your strengths. Negative, internal, there's something that's going on in your company which is a weakness. So internal strengths could be something like a strong brand image, lots of expertise, lots of patents. When a weakness could be something like maybe you're suffering from high labour turnover, or a poor physical premises, or whatever it is. So essentially, you take the information, you categorise it, you identify what is good, what is bad within the company. Now we look outside the company, we go external. What is good? Expansion projects, demographic change, social trends, whatever's external, you've got to be good with your pedestal steeple analysis here, but understand external things which we think is going to be an opportunity for us to do better in the future. And then likewise, anything that's external which could be a threat. So we could be thinking about something like Brexit, UK leaving the trading bloc. That's a big threat to some businesses that might be exporting from the UK, or changes in exchange rate. Anything like that would be external. And if we think it's a good thing, if we think it's a bad thing, we categorise it in that way. So why do we do it? It encourages thorough research into internal and external environment. It actually encourages you to sit down and focus and research, okay? Sometimes the process is more important than the answer itself. Identifies areas that need to be developed or maintained. So essentially, if these are the negative, we need to think about whether we invest, whether we try and fix, whether we need to sort those out, develop those. Strengths and opportunities. Strengths, do we actually maintain it? Do we not need to financially sort of apply any resources to it? Do we need to make sure that it's going to be a sustainable competitive advantage? And then opportunities, we've got to think about how do we maximise the opportunity that's being presented in front of us, okay? So it might be a case of investing in an area there. Also, it's visual, therefore it's easy to present, easy to communicate to a staff body. Now, first evaluation point, how can I critique it? Well, factors may be subjective. Somebody might say there's a strong brand, somebody might disagree and think there's a weak brand there. Somebody might think that morale in the staff is high, somebody else might think it's low. So it's very subjective as to whether something is categorised as positive or negative. It does not give you a strategy, it doesn't give you an answer, it just allows you to lay out the options, lay out the scenario. You have to come up with the strategy. The external environment is always changing. It's very hard to say, okay, the exchange rate's going to change in this way and that's going to be a negative. The exchange rate may not change in that way. It's unpredictable. It may go the other way. So in that respect, very hard to predict what's actually going to happen there. But the most important thing with this question is your ability to take a business scenario, take a case study, and identify what things are internal positive, internal negative, external positive, external negative. And by identifying those, you're getting the application there. Okay.